Welcome back everyone. So as usual in this video we have some more Rise of Iron information. GameInformer released an almost hour-long podcast interviewing some Bungie employees, and there was some tasty nuggets of information in there, so I went in and plucked out all the best bits for you guys and put them all into this video. So first up, secret exotics. They asked if there's going to be any sort of secret exotics similar to the Black Spindle, and they kind of dodged the question. They didn't say if there's going to be any secret exotics, but they did say there's going to be more exotic quests. One of which, for example, is for the infamous exotic hand cannon, Thorn, which will be coming back for year 3. Now, we currently don't know if that you already have Thorn, you can just obtain the new Thorn from the kiosk, or if everyone will have to do the quest in order to obtain a new one. Either way, this weapon will now have a new quest, kind of similar to year 1, when the original Thorn had to be obtained through an exotic bounty. On the topic of secrets, they also mentioned that there's going to be more secrets in general for players to find, one of which is in the new social space in Fellwinter Peak. There's going to be a set of bells dotted around the area, and if you ring them in a certain order, something will happen. We don't know what, but we do know that it's going to be some kind of Easter egg. They even teased another secret or possible secret exotic by saying there's definitely one that players will find out about eventually. So that's quite mysterious, very interesting stuff, cannot wait to find out about that. Next up we have some changes to Xur regarding ornaments. Each week Xur will sell a set of ornaments for a new currency called Silver Dust. Now, Silver Dust can also be acquired by dismantling items you receive from Radiant Treasures, and in case you missed it, Radiant Treasures are a new and updated form of Sterling Treasures. Radiant Treasures are going to be a new form that will also include new items. Those items also include ornaments, although that is at the hand of RNG, which could potentially mean that you could receive duplicate ornaments from Radiant Treasures. Don't worry though, those duplicates aren't completely useless. As I said, you can dismantle items you receive from Radiant Treasures, including duplicate ornaments, and use those to purchase select ornaments sold by Xur. This doesn't mean that strange coins will be useless. You'll still need strange coins to purchase exotics and everything else from Xur, but you'll just need silver dust to purchase ornaments. Next up, when asked if the gunsmith, Bungie, would have any new weapons, they just said that they'll be updating the weapons to the new light level. However, they didn't say if there's going to be any new weapons or any new weapon foundries or anything. They just said there's going to be updating the new light level, so that is still a mystery. But I think it'd be pretty cool to see a new weapon foundry. As we know, we got our first tease of a new weapon foundry called Nadir, as we can see on this exotic machine gun called Nemesis Star. This was made by the Nadir foundry, so it wouldn't come as too much of a surprise if the gunsmith started selling Nadir weapons, but as of right now we don't know if he's going to or not, so we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on, we got another really interesting nugget of information here when asked about any special events before the Rise of Iron, and the answer is basically yes. If you remember, before the Dark Below released, we had the Swords of Crota spawning in Patrol, then before the House of Wolves we had the Wolf Packs, and then before the Taken King, not only did we get to see some secret Taken Patrol spawning, we also got to try out some of the new Crucible stuff, so expect to see a similar sort of event before the Rise of Iron. They didn't specify when this will be happening or what will be happening exactly, but it'll probably be in the week directly before the Rise of Iron's release, and there could potentially be some secret Siva Patrol or something happening, but there's definitely going to be some sort of special event before the Rise of Iron's release, so do keep your eyes out for that. This next bit of information we kind of already knew, but I decided to throw this in here anyway just in case anybody missed this. So when you rank up with a faction, either New Monarchy, Dead Orbit or Future War Cult, you will have the choice of what you receive from your package. So you'll have a choice of either a weapon package, armor package or chroma, and gear such as the class items, the faction ghost shells and the faction sparrows will all come in addition to armor and weapons. So if you choose an armor package, you'll be guaranteed a piece of armor, and then as a bonus you could receive a class item or maybe a ghost or maybe a new sparrow. Additionally, vanity items such as the faction ships will have increased drop rates. Thank God. All of these are some very welcome changes. Next up, wins and kills in private matches will count towards Grimoire. Now, I already know that some people are a little bit upset by this, because it means that people can just boost wins and kills to increase their Grimoire, but at the same time it is also kind of a good thing for game modes that don't come into the rotation too often. For example, doubles, that doesn't really come around too often, so getting wins for doubles Grimoire can be a bit of a pain, so I can see why that'll be a good thing. But otherwise, I'm not really too fussed by this. Grimoire doesn't really directly affect the game in any way, so this doesn't really bother me personally. And finally, for anybody that's wondering about the release time for the Rise of Iron, it's going to be at the reset, so whatever the reset time is for you in your time zone is when the Rise of Iron will be released. For America, that's going to be pretty early in the morning, 2 AM Pacific, so good luck to anyone that's going to be pulling an all-nighter. Luckily, I live in the UK, and in the UK, the release time for the Rise of Iron is going to be at 10 AM, so I'm going to be making sure that I can get an early night and get some good rest, just so I can be up in time in the morning and be ready to grind out the Rise of Iron all day. Anyway, that is it for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it and found it useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.